Hey guys, in the latest press conference, Brendan McCullum said that they are going to make some changes in the KKR team. So you might see some changes and some players who are currently sitting on the bench, they may come inside the team. Who are these players and what is their recent form? What is their specialty? We are going to talk about in this video so that you do not miss even a single player in your Dream 11 team. Let's move forward. Today we are going to talk about KKR versus RCB. That means Kolkata Knight Riders versus Royal Challengers Bangalore Dream 11 prediction. This match is going to take place at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad and it is an evening match, so chances of Duke might be there. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, then please quickly subscribe to the YouTube channel and join the Telegram channel. Link is in the description and pinned comment. This is the playing 11 of Kolkata Knight Riders and some changes are expected. Maybe there is a shuffle in batting order and some players may go out like Shubman Gill and Nitish Rana and Sunil Narayan. Keep this thing in mind. This is the RCB squad. Not too many changes are expected. Injury update, there is no injury update currently, luckily. And in the points table, RCB is at number 3 and KKR is at number 7. RCB has won 5 out of 7 matches, KKR has won 2 out of 7 matches. So RCB is in a better situation to win this game. These are the career stats of KKR batsmen. I would like to highlight few names. Venkatesh Iyer, he is a very good batsman from MP. Other than that, you can also see Sheldon Jackson, Team Seifert, Karun Nair, Gurpreet Singh Mann. And now let's move forward in the KKR bowlers section. You would like to see Lockie Ferguson and there is Sandeep Warrior as well as Vaibhav Arora. So now let's move forward. These are the T20 stats of RCB batsmen and RCB bowlers. You can pause the video and check. This is the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad and here at this ground, these are the last 5 T20 matches which happened on this ground and most important thing is in the last 5 matches 3 times batting second team won and 2 times batting first team won. Now let's analyze something. When did the batting first team won? So batting first team won when RCB scored over 170 runs and PBK scored over 170 runs. So in order to win while batting first, you have to score at least 170 runs. Otherwise, chasing team will chase it easily. And in the first innings, in the last 5 matches, 18 wickets have been taken by fast bowlers and 12 by spinners. So fast bowlers are more preferable in your team, but spinners are also taking wickets. And in the second innings, 15 have been taken by fast bowlers and just 7 by spinners because of the dew effect. So you can choose more fast bowlers from the second innings bowlers. And overall, 30 wickets have been taken in the first innings and only 22 have been taken in the second innings. Which means guys, you should prefer more bowlers who are bowling in the first innings. These are the matches of both KKR and RCB in this IPL. You can pause the video and check. Both teams lost their last match and they met each other once before and on the match 10. So what happened in the match 10? RCB scored 204 at the loss of 4 wickets and KKR could only score 166 at the loss of 8 wickets, and this match happened in Chennai. Maxwell and De Villiers, they batted in the first innings and scored very well, 70 plus scores. Varun Chakravarti got 2 wickets. Which were the 2 wickets? They were of Kohli and Patidar. Remember this thing because this player battle is very important. And Cummins got wicket of Glenn Maxwell and most importantly Prasidh Krishna got wicket of Devdutt Padikkal. In the reply, KKR batsmen, they got very good starts. Rana scored some 18 runs, Gill scored some quick fight 20 plus runs. Tripathi got a good score, Morgan scored 29, Russell 31. They all got good starts but they fell very quickly. Jamieson got 3 wickets including the wicket of Shubman Gill. Chahal got 2 wickets. He has a player battle against Nitish Rana and Dinesh Karthik and he got both the players. Remember this thing, and Harshal Patel got 2 wickets as well, including the wicket of Andre Russell in the death overs. This is the form of KKR players in this IPL. Gill scored very good 43 in the last match, but he played very slowly. Nitish Rana is not performing for the last 5 matches, as you can see. Rahul Tripathi is the only consistent batsman. Narayan is not performing too well. Morgan is again very inconsistent. Karthik is little bit consistent, but he's scoring very low scores. And Karthik is not giving too many points in the wicket keeping section also. Russell failed in the 2 matches in the middle, but otherwise he is a very good player. Cummins, he took 5 wickets in the last 2 matches, very important because he is getting pace, bounce and carry at this pitch. So he will be very important. And Shivam Mogi is not performing too well as per the expectation. Varun Chakravarti is taking at least 1 wicket, which is good for us. And Prasidh Krishna, he is very inconsistent again. Went wicketless in 2 matches in the last 5 innings. And now let's look at the form of RCB players. So Padikkal, he is not performing for the last 3 matches, so expect him to come back anytime. He is a very good player. And also expect Virat Kohli to come back because KKR bowlers do not take too many wickets in the power play, so they can come back easily. Rajat Patidar scored 31 in the last 2 innings. Maxwell, I don't know what happened to him in the last innings, is not playing too well. AB de Villiers, we can expect more things from him. Now, one pattern which I have observed about AB de Villiers, and we also follow the same pattern. We take AB de Villiers only when he is batting in the first innings. So remember this thing. Shahbaz Ahmed, he is taking wickets whenever he's getting chance. Jamieson is also very consistent. In the last 5 matches, only one time he went wicketless. Otherwise, taking a lot of wickets because he is getting a lot of pace bouncer carry at this wicket. And Harshal Patel, he is Mr. Consistent. If he does not take wickets, he scores runs. Very important. Daniel Sams got 1 wicket in the last match. Siraj is bowling very well, but he's being unlucky. That's why he's not getting any wickets. Siraj is not too far away from a very good game where he will take 3 to 4 wickets together. Remember this thing. And Chahal, he is very strong against KKR, so we'll keep this thing in mind. Now guys, most important thing, who are the bench players? So KKR and what is their recent form? In the recent Vijay Hazare Trophy, which is the domestic one-day tournament of India, Venkatesh Iyer scored with runs with a batting average 54.6, and most importantly, he scored 198 runs against bowling lineup of Punjab. Very strong team. So against a very strong team, if he can score 198, then you can imagine what he can do when he is getting a chance in the KKR lineup. And most important thing, he is going to open the innings as he does in the domestic team. Nitish Rana is also left-hander. He is also left-hander, so he can be a like-to-like replacement. In the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, his average was 75.6, again very good average. And Sheldon Jackson's average was 80.6. He plays for Puducherry. Earlier he played for Saurashtra, and he plays at number 3. So Sheldon Jackson, he bats at number 3. Venkatesh Iyer bats at open. Okay, remember this thing. And in the bowling section, Vaibhav Arora, who bowls in the power play, his record was very good. And Sandeep Warrier, he also bowls in power play. In the practice matches which happened before the IPL, Karan Nair scored 41 of 30 balls. Steve Safford, a very aggressive opener from New Zealand. Against India also, he performed very in one of the T20 international. Very aggressive player. So if KKR is looking to shake things up and they want very good start in the opening in the power plays, then who can perform? Team Safford can perform. Gurkirat Singh Mann also scored 44 runs. So Karun Nair, Gurkirat Singh Mann, both are very good candidates. Sandeep Warrier took 3 wickets. Now let's move forward. Let's look at the record of KKR in Ahmedabad. KKR has won 2 out of 3 matches, and the same with RCB. Let's look at the record of their batsmen at this pitch, at this ground. So Virat Kohli has a very high average, but it is decreasing match by match. AB de Villiers has a very good average. He scored very good runs in the second last match also. Rajat Patidar, he played 2 innings. In both the innings, he scored 31 runs. Rahul Tripathi, Mr. Consistent of KKR, has a very good record. Andre Russell has a good record. And when we talk about the bad record, Nitish Rana does not have a good record. Maxwell does not have a good record. Padikkal does not have a good record at this ground. This ground is not suiting them. And Evan Morgan also does not have a very good record. Primarily because Morgan got out on a duck in the last match. Let's look at the record of bowlers. So Pat Cummins is enjoying this ground. His bowling stack is 8.4 at this ground. Very good. And similarly Kyle Jamieson, they both are enjoying the pace bounce and carry. Prasidh Krishna also likes this kind of pitches, but if he is getting sea movement, then he becomes very dangerous. So watch out for the pitch report. Harshal Patel, he's a very good death bowler, but he's considering a lot of runs at this venue. So even if he's considering a lot of runs, if he scored some runs while batting, or if he takes even 1 or 2 wickets in death over, that's enough for us. What else do we need? Sunil Narine is bowling good. Yuzvendra Chahal, I think he will be very key against KKR. Why we are going to see in the later section. Overall, head to head, KKR has won 14 times against RCB, and RCB has won only 13 times. One important thing I would like to highlight is that record of CB Varun, which is Varun Chakravarti and Mohammad Siraj, is not good at this ground. Also guys, in the last 4 matches against KKR, RCB has won. Remember this thing. Let's talk about the player battles. Again, very important section. Chahal has taken wicket of Karthik 3 times in 33 balls, and he has taken wicket of Rana 3 times in 42 balls. In the last encounter between both these teams, Chahal got both Karthik and Rana. So it will be very important player battle for us if both of them play in the next match. Harshal Patel also got wicket of Rana 2 times in 11 balls. Sundar also got wicket of Rana 2 times in 80 balls. So this is a clear indication that Rana will not play the next match most probably. And Narayan has taken wicket of De Villiers 3 times in 49 balls. And Varun Chakravarti, remember this thing, he got the wicket of Kohli in the last match. Overall, he has taken 1 wicket against Virat Kohli in 18 balls. Now let's move forward guys. Let's look at the record of KKR batsman versus RCB. This time I have also added the section of strike rate so that you can analyze better. Rahul Tripathi, he bats with the average of 47.6. He and his strike rate is very decent, which means he does not play rash shots. He tries to set against RCB. So very important player. Rahul Tripathi is very Mr. Consistent of KKR. And Andre Russell, man, his strike rate is 196. Part of the reason is that RCB does not have a very good death bowlers. Did not have in the earlier season. This time they have Harshal Patel. Harshal Patel also took wicket of Andre Russell in the last match between them. And Harshal Patel tried to stop Andre Russell and was very successful also. Sunil Narayan has a good record, Shakib has a good record. Let's talk about the bad record. Kurkire does not have a good record, Morgan does not have a good record, and Shubman Gill also does not have a very good record. Among the bowlers, guys, Nitish Rana has a bowling strike rate of 6. He has bowled only 3 bowlers against RCB and taken 3 wickets in those 3 overs. Sunil Narayan also has a good record. Ferguson has a good record. Let's talk about the bad record. Prasidh Krishna, Varun Chakravarti do not have very good record. Similarly, Pat Cummins. Now let's move forward. This is the record of RCB batsman versus KKR. AB de Villiers has a very good strike rate and very good average as well. Virat Kohli also has similar average to AB de Villiers. Maxwell has a good average as well, and Padikkal also has a good average. So top 4 main batsmen of RCB, they perform very well against KKR. And among the bowlers, Mohammad Siraj has a very good bowling strike rate. He is bowling very well, Mohammad Siraj, and I think he's not too far away from one of the great bowling performances. Navdeep Saini also has a good record, but will he play? Not sure. Okay. And Washington Sundar, he has a good record. In the last match against KKR, Washington Sundar got wicket of right-hander Rahul Tripathi. Remember this thing? There are too many left-handers in KKR setup, but Washington Sundar got wicket of a right-hander. Nitish Rana plays off spinners very well, but he struggles against the leg spinners. Other than that, Harshal Patel, Glenn Maxwell, Yuvraj Chahal all have very good record against KKR. RCB is clearly looking the favorite side here. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join the Telegram channel if you haven't joined yet. Link is in description and pinned comment. And if you like the video, if you like the content, then please give a like to the video. Let's move on to Dream 11. Guys, we are going to face a lot of credit problem in this match, but we will have to take some assumptions. And the first of the most important assumptions is that which team is going to win this match. You will have to take this assumption. Now SRH team had a lot of changes in their playing 11, but they still lost the match. I think same thing is going to happen with KKR, and overall record of RCB players is very good against KKR. In the last 4 matches also RCB has defeated KKR, so clearly RCB is looking favorites. But cricket always surprises us, so maybe KKR will win. So currently we will take assumption that RCB is going to win the next match. So we will take AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, Glenn Maxwell and Devdutt Padikkal. One of the most important thing, if you want to save credit, is you can drop AB de Villiers in the second innings. That's what most of the players do. That's what we do, and it is fully logical because ABD chokes in the second innings while under pressure, while chasing. Okay. So in the batting section, we have taken 3 batsmen of RCB. In the wicket-keeping section, we have taken AB de Villiers. So now we have the batsmen of RCB covered in our team. Let's look at the all-rounder section. We will first take Andre Russell, very important player, and I will also take Harshal Patel. Harshal Patel is in dream team of every match, very important player. And we'll also take Pat Cummins. He's taken 5 wickets in the last 2 matches. Mohammad Siraj is not a bad option for Grand League. Definitely you should try, and you can even make him captain or vice captain. He's due to a very good performance. He's bowling very well. Remember this thing. Kyle Jamieson, he is also getting good pace, bounce and carry on this pitch. And in the last encounter against KKR, he took 3 wickets. So that's why I'm taking him. And you can also take Varun Chakravarti if you want. Now let's move on to the all-rounder section. There is no other player. We can also look at Shahbaz Ahmed because whenever he bowls, he takes at least 1 wicket. So that's why I am taking, no other reason. Now we have got 7 players. So Bangalore, and one of the most important things, we have only 16 credits left. What can we do with 16 credits? Now we have to take 2 players of KKR with 8 credits. Do we have any such players? Honestly, we do not have such players, but there will be some changes in the KKR team. What changes will be there? I think Arora, he may come in. Okay, so if he comes in, we will take him for 7.5 credits, and then we will take Rahul Tripathi, who has a very good record against RCB. So this will be a final team combination. But what if Vaibhav Arora does not come in the team? In that case, we will have to drop one RCB player. There is no other option. And you can drop Virat Kohli or Glenn Maxwell, and if RCB bats in the second innings, you can even drop AB de Villiers. So choice is yours. Currently I am dropping Maxwell because he is not playing too well for the last 3 innings. Actually, he did not bat in the one inning in the last 4 innings, and other 2 innings he scored 20 plus runs. In the last match he got out on the case, does not have a very good record at this ground. So I am taking a big risk by dropping Glenn Maxwell. It's not a very wise choice. It all depends on luck, as you know by now. Okay, so Glenn Maxwell also scored 70 runs against KKR in the last match, so it's a very difficult decision to make. Then you can take Rahul Tripathi is already there in your team. You can even try Shubman Gill, who played very well in the last match, and against the last encounter versus against RCB, Shubman Gill played a very aggressive innings, and I think he can play the similar role again. And now you can take Mohammad Siraj if you want, or you can take Varun Chakravarti, who takes at least 1 wicket in each match. So not a bad choice. I am currently going with Mohammad Siraj. He has a very good record against KKR. So guys, in the captaincy, vice captaincy option, you have Padikkal, you have Virat Kohli, you have AB de Villiers, and Glenn Maxwell plays, and Glenn Maxwell is a very good option. And from KKR, Andre Russell is a very good option. You can even try Rahul Tripathi in Grand League. Very important thing again. And if you want to try a bowler, you can even try Pat Cummins. So guys, these are all the options. If you like the video, then please leave a like to the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done yet. Join the Telegram channel, link is in the description and top comment. Now see you in the next video. Bye.